Welcome to the morning after CFFL / Legends League edition, week 2. Here to talk a little bit about the weeks that were. Trying a different format this year for you CFFLers. Trying to make it more streamlined with that, and we'll see how this goes. We'll jump right into the action in the CFFL first and see the week that was. First of all, the Cardinals took down the Horn Dogs in a very close one, 90-81. Cardinals had a huge lead. Horn Dogs made a big comeback behind Todd Gurley and Matt Breida, but not enough for the win. Bruisers took down the Badgers in a close one that came down to Monday night. Bruisers helped by Mr. Trey Burton for that win. Minotaurs and Gargoyles, feel bad for the Gargoyles in that one. Third highest points in the league, but they take the loss, 91-87. Chris Hogan's two late touchdowns won that one for the Minotaurs. Price is Right fall to 0-2 to the Black Dingoes, 69-46.5. Team LBM squeaks by the Bucks, 62.5 to 61. They got by in that one thanks to, I don't remember who that was then. Who was it that pulled out? Oh, Saquon Barkley had enough points for Team LBM to take down the Bucks. And then the Garbage Men pulled off a big win, 74.5 to 46 over In Rodgers We Trust. AJ Green was the lead dog in that one, helping the Garbage Men pick up their first win of the year. In the Legends League, we saw the Cardinals, again, and another one, squeak by the Bullets, 77.5 to 70.5. That was thanks to a late pick six by the Bears. The Thrills took down the Kongs, 88.5 to 55.5. In the Ret, the name keeps changing, so I think it's the Ret, never Ret on Black, or always Red on Black. I'm not sure. You'll have to excuse me there, Josh, in that one. 62 to 43 over the Dankies, or the Donkeys, depending on which T-shirt you look at. Dragons fall to the Bombers. They fall to 0-2. Bombers with a big win there. So the Brand brothers are both 1-1. Horn Dogs take down the Woodies, 76 to 71. The Woodies were chopped down thanks to the Greg Zuerlein injury and the Devontae Freeman injury. Woodies fell asleep at the wheel there. The Zuerlein one would have been hard to hear, but the Devontae Freeman one really hurts as he falls by 5. And the Maulers moved to 2-0 over the Gunslingers, 92 to 63.5. If you've noticed there in the Legends League, right now the only 2-0 teams are the two teams that were in the first Super Bowl ever. Chances are that won't play out that way, but it would be kind of a nice little callback there if it is Cardinals versus Maulers in the Legends League to reprise Super Bowl #1, which was the most awesome Super Bowl ever, 39 to 34. Even with a lower scoring system, without the half points, without the flex, that was awful. Anyway, player of the week this week was Patrick Mahomes. So in the CFFL, thank you, Tim, for not drafting him and taking Alex Smith right before I took him as my backup. Luckily, I was smart enough to start him. 326 passing yards, 18 yards rushing, 6 passing touchdowns. He had 32 points. The man right now looks like he's going to be pretty darn good, and he's going to be one of the elite quarterbacks in fantasy football this year. For those of you that maybe haven't done the Legends League in a while, or in the Legends League that haven't done it in a while, you may remember, if you haven't, we're in there with a guy with Griff's Gargoyles. He's the guy who sometimes made the playoffs and never won. Talked a lot of crap. Anyway, he always would end the draft with, sorry about your fantasy team. So another segment we do here is sorry about your fantasy team. If that's the case, you might need a new free agent pickup. There wasn't a ton out there right now, but sorry about your fantasy team. The top free agent target is Antonio Callaway. If you're like, well, Chris, 81 yards, 1 touchdown, 10 points, big deal. But Josh Gordon was traded. He's probably going to see more of a role, and they actually have a halfway decent quarterbacking situation there in Cleveland. Might be decent. There's a couple other receivers out there. Tyler Boyd from Cincinnati might be okay. Blake Bortles, but not really. And running backs, yeah, right. Never a good running back to pick up in fantasy football, unless you're in like a 5-team league. So that is that. So those are probably the big free agent pickups. So on to the best games of next week. Top games in the CFFL, probably the 1-1 Bucks versus the 1-1 Garbage Men. Loser could be in trouble there. Winner looking pretty good. Legends League, we have the 2-0 Maulers versus the 1-1 Woodies. Had the Woodies known about a couple of their injuries, they possibly or likely would be 2-0. Right there, Allen Robinson's points in Monday night weren't enough. So that'll be that. And also, I will probably try to do this most Tuesdays. We'll see every other realistically. See how the schedule goes with the new baby and stuff like that. But right now, that is that. It was streamlined. Kept it short this time. Probably my best time doing that. And then midway through the year, we'll do a retrospective looking at the teams, strengths, weaknesses, trade targets, etc., etc. That'll be coming up. So thank you for tuning in, and best of luck to all.